Hello, 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 viewers, everybody. Today I'm at the Holiday Inn and I am getting ready for a pageant again today. And when I first start off my whole canvas, before I start styling my hair or doing makeup or doing anything else, my face completely all the way clean. If you don't have your face completely clean, you always can use makeup removers, and they're very good for helping you be able to keep your face clean and stuff like that. If you don't have anything that's available or present at that moment, I always have towels available and things like that to keep your skin as clean as possible first before you start to doing any makeup and hair or anything like that. It's for like that. If you need to remove makeups and stuff like that, I always have good makeup removers in case you need them and stuff like that. Other than that, today, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation fondant, from Fondant. And this is Wet n Wild. This is my color, believe it or not. Um, I also is going to be using Airspun. And this is one of the colors that I use. It's not completely cloud white powder, but it's light enough by Airspun. A lot of times I use darker pigment powders also too. This is by LA Colors. And maybe a little lighter brown. And you'll notice that when you see both of these colors together, one is just a little lighter than the other. So one for bronzy, one for powdery, and things like that. But they both by LA Colors. That's what I'm using today. For the powdery. Um, for the eyeshadow, I'm gonna go for something extremely natural. And this is by LA Colors. And you see all the way up close. It's called the Nude right here. Eyeshadow palette by LA Color. I'm using these. It also comes with the sponge. And then top brow from Kiss to help fill in the brows because the brows are extremely thin. Okay, and this deep brown color right here. I'll be putting on the brow. Of course, as I always told you, never forget your makeup sponges. Always make sure you got them on hand to use to do your blushes. And then have some smaller ones that you can also do some detailing around the eyes and things like that. You know, mascara wands, things like that. It's always good to have with you. And for the ones who like to do a lot of real small detailing with your lining brushes and stuff like that, it's always good to have a small one of your own too. These are Scandalized. This is a good lining pencil also too. This is Scandalized by Lining Rimmel. And um, it's always good to have other little liners around that you can use for your lips and brushes, even the tiny little ones to get some detail for eyebrows and things like that. The reason why I'm starting off my makeup tutorial this way is because I want people to get an understanding of that many times what you see in the movies or what you see in videos and music videos and stuff like that is not all the time completely perfectly done. It's not perfect. Stars are not perfect. Um, we make them out to be that, but it's times that it's things that we need to know. Okay, when it comes to makeup, when it comes to what people do or don't do, when they're doing their fixing themselves up or whatever. Sometimes it don't start off just exactly as the way we think. Okay, sometimes we wanna uh, sometimes people on earth want to pick at people and prove, well, why do this person have to have a hairline, a makeup line? Well, they have to prove they have hair, and woo, 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 and all stuff like that. But when it comes to consumers and people who's taking and making money, they don't care about if these stars and celebrities got hair, and if they do, if they don't, all the stuff like that. Majority of the time is basically how much money they can make off a product. That's what I'm saying. And they use it at one particular celebrity, their fame, their good looks, their youth, whatever, for, you know, um, literally personally, their own personal gain. Literally they, is the product endorser and a spokesman, a spokesperson for that particular product. They may own that particular product or business, then again, they may not. It just may be a person who is endorsing another person's product. But in a general, I try not to do too much endorsing of any product, but showing you what products that I use in order to be able to achieve the look. Just also, it may look like, excuse me, a real big, huge lipstick, but it's not. This is a cream foundation. This one right here and it's called Fit Me. And you know what? I have no idea just who this made by. Oh, this made in New York. And it's so little you can barely see it up close. If you can see it, God bless you. You can see better than me. Okay. That's Maybelline in New York. And this is the color right here, Fed Me. That color is the color I will use under my eyes and around the areas that sometimes some parts of your face, some people faces get darker in some areas, stuff like that. Yeah. So this will be what I would use. Okay. Yeah. So starting off, I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. Up under our eyes, some people eye is a little darker under there, just naturally. To even out my eye color in the areas where it's a little bit darker, I use these colors because my skin has a paper say test skin. Um, you can use your fingers to blend it if you sensitive around the eyes and you don't want some type of brush or some brush bristles to get around there, and you don't want no sponges to get around there either. Okay, that's for individuals who are very sensitive, like I'm sensitive about around my eye area because I done got poked in the eye with a lot of different stuff and mascara wands and all that, and I'm new to doing working on this makeup thing, so it may be beneficial for you to maybe try to use your fingers in that case. I'm not saying use your fingers is bad just because I have brushes, and I always, promote doing brushes when it comes to makeup. But sometimes that situation, some people they need to use their fingers. Sometimes, some people do. Okay, but other than that, you got your own makeup sponge. And you notice it got a little something on there here and there. Okay, now, in areas where you may have little scars, or they say discoloration of skin, in other areas, this can also work like an amazing concealer around the mouth, around the nose, and anywhere that you may feel like that you need some extra work. Now, for the people who might say, "Oh, that's just unsanitary," I would never do that with my makeup and so. Okay, for those individuals, so I'm just coloring it in. I'm rubbing it in my face, and I'm getting the color in there that I want. And then when I rub it in there, notice what I'm gonna do now. Now I'm just gonna start taking that sponge and just kind of blending it out. And that's for the people who are used to using sponges. Okay. If you will make a sponge person, I understand. I'm here for you. I understand. okay, to get the color in. And um, because my skin is melanated means tanned, because I live in California. A lot of people don't know Paula was born in California. Okay, that's me. And to get certain looks, when I was much younger, a lot of times I had makeup artists to achieve certain looks. Not because I asked for it, but they felt like, well, you're under the age of 18, so we got to do your makeup. Not that I couldn't do my own even then. But sometimes, you know, different film companies and stuff, depending on who they are, they want a specific look and a specific coloring, whether you agree or disagree or not. Now, I use that concealer to get my skin as prepared as I probably can to kind of even out the skin tone. But then I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild, since special, and I'm gonna get in some areas. Now, when you adding in some lighter colors in there where you want it to, this is what they call highlighting. In my makeup looks back in the days when other people would do it, that I didn't really know that well, but they were makeup artists. As a dancer, when I used to do videos, music videos with some girl bands, which I like sometimes to talk. The first band I put together was called Starlets on the Block, and it consisted of 5 girls. They weren't called the cheer girls. Some people say they were cheerleaders. They were true, but they weren't called cheer girls. They were called Starlets on the Block. Which, of course, eventually New Kids on the Block took the name. New Kids on the Block, and the rest is history. Okay? I guess they feel like they need the boy band more than they need the girl band. But it's all good. Okay? It's all good. Their first name was Nalu. They took the idea and said, that's a good idea. Let's make a boy band. So they got that name. So it's all good. And it's all good. It's cool. So there he is. And people like their group just as much as they like everybody else. Okay? And people out their music too. Okay? But it started off with 5 girls at first. It started with a block. And then it was 4 boys already. Before then, the boys were like Hakeem Todd Blau and Kyrie. Okay. Okay. Uh, it was them. They made hits like Down My Heart and My Lucky Charm and some other different songs. And you might want to look that up on your own time. Okay. But it started out like that. And that was just the beginning of it all. Uh, but I'm going to kind of like take that same sponge and then move these lighter colors around in the cream too. And don't forget to get up under the neck and nape. Now, I know I don't have the most perfect lighting because I'm in a hotel bathroom, so don't blame me for that. Don't come for me. Okay? But this is a get up in the morning, do your makeup, do it yourself. Okay, not cheating. Cheating is, letting somebody else do it so you did yourself. Or have a makeup artist that you paid $1,000 an hour do it and then say you did yourself too. That ain't it. Let's get up in the morning and actually doing this yourself and then learn how to blend your own makeup on your own. Okay. So I'm gonna say, oh, I can't get ready. I don't know how to do my own makeup. I can't do my hair. I don't know how to get ready. I don't have time. I have children. So, but you know what? I done had children too. You know what time it is? It's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And I'm up doing this tutorial. I'm making time enough to do makeup. I'm doing makeup tutorial for you. Okay. Most of my makeup tutorials, believe it or not, I make them at night or early in the morning between 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes even 3 or 4. Sometimes 3:30 in the morning. As long as I got a light in the bathroom, I can do it. Okay? Very good. Now this theme for this particular pageant It's called Back to School. Okay. So what I'm striving to do is do what I look like for real. When you see videos, okay, of what I really look like when I go back to school. Now, of course, my hair got a little shorter. I've been swimming in the swimming pool. Okay, I also took a swim too. Yeah, kind of brushed my hair back. But I also took a swim too. Um, at the Holiday Inn. Okay. While I was here, I got my exercise. Have lost a lot of weight, and a lot of times people say, "Ooh, Paula, you look different." And a lot of my teachers, dance teacher stuff that I work with, them was like, have you lost weight? I'm like, yeah, I lost weight. I believe I did because I swim like a mile a week, you know, in the pool. So that's a lot. That's a lot of swimming. You see what I'm saying? To keep my weight down, keep my body weight down. Um, since I'm a makeup girl and I'm the type of person who like to start with eyes, I'm an individual who like to take these size brushes, okay, to get the product on the eyes, okay. And I'm gonna go for this makeup palette right here. It's darker brown. And I'm just taking it on camera so you can see the one I'm using. It's gonna go directly on the lid. And I'm gonna pat that up just like this. My makeup brush is a little still too. It's still kind of wet. It's okay. We'll get through it. I'm gonna take this once again, the same color. So you ain't trying to do nothing deceitful. Okay. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye, kind of pat it. Now, if you have paper tan skin, just like mine, because my skin is what they call paper tan skin. It's not dark skinned, but it's not, you know, white either. It's in between. It's a deep brown tan. And I believe that I got a little darker as I got older. Okay. Because the California heat has been up into triple digits. We just coming out the summertime, so it's really, really, really been raining down on it. This heat is terrible. But it's all good because everybody like the sunshine, right? So right up into this area here, into this area where this crease is, right before I get to that part that you add the makeup in the brow, I'm going over. I'm not going to just this. Notice this. You see this part right here where the lid is over the cloth? I'm not stopping there. I'm going over that, just a little bit more over. You have to pay attention to. Okay, to get that color in to the eye. Okay, really pay attention. Now I'm taking a smaller brush. I'm gonna small a little bit like this. Notice, like I said, when you get makeup palettes, you don't have to get the most expensive. Some people think you got to get the most expensive and the bigger palettes as you don't have no makeup. Yes, you do. The smaller palettes got colors in the tubu. Okay. And some makeup brushes are better than no makeup brushes. Because you got to have something to blend. Now, what I took in, it was from this LA Color Nude eyeshadow packet. What's this white right here? So I'm rubbing it. And this is what I put right here. Just to lighten that part right there is right. Now I'm gonna blend that in, blend that in. So this is a natural pageant, and we doing it back to school. I don't want to get too carried away with the color. I just want to do realistic. This is what we doing when you going back to school. Okay. Nice school girl look. And then now make sure that when you do it, don't just put the makeup there, but blend it too. This is what you have the brushes for, so that you can blend the color in there too. Now don't just pick it up and then just stick it on there, because that ain't doing nothing, doing you no good. You got to work with this thing here. You got to kind of blend it in until it goes to your skin. And when it goes in the picture like this, don't really have that much color. It's disappearing. It should. Okay, that's the whole goal. Okay, now I blended it into the brown. I went over that area. I blended directly into the brown. That's what I want to do, and I'm gonna leave that alone. Now I got a small brush. It's more pointed right here. And sometimes when I can't find that, or either out, if you don't have that, you can use this. Now, once you did that, you have to eventually kind of shade it. So I'm gonna take this gray right on the end. If I can reach it, there we go. So let me see. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Right here. And now, okay, I'm gonna go into the brow like this. And right on the brow bone, add that gray right where that hard part is on your eye, right there. Right where that bump, right there. Now, if you don't have an extra one, take what I'm doing. Your makeup, wipe the color off the other one. Okay, let's do it again. Pick up some product and plant that gray right there if you need to. Okay, more than one way to do it. Okay, if you don't have an extra clean brush, do that. Let's do it again. Let's do a rinse and repeat. Pick up your color, rub it in. Like get a decent amount of color on your brush. Now, now take it like this and then wipe it back and forth, back and forth. And this should add the color in and blend it in to that area where you want. If you feel like the color's not showing it good enough, pick it up again. And then add it in. This is a nude, so you're not gonna get a whole lot of color, but it's a pop of color. That's good enough. So you got shade of this. One, let's rinse and repeat. The first color we had was the brown. That's color one. Here, the white up here, and the gray right here, right there. Okie dokie. Now let's get this. Now what we're gonna do with this right here is I want to take a real extremely light brown here, this one right here, and then kind of brush it into the brow just a little. It's not gonna give you a whole lot of color, but if you have very thin brows, it can help. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna use it as a light way to trace to help your brow a little bit better. This is what I'm taking here. To draw the line, draw a lighter line. Now we're gonna go get our top kiss brow because this is way better. And then we got a cream designed for the brow. Now what you do is trace over the area that you already did with the brow cream here. See this? See that? And instead, don't just start drawing. Just make a line. Mind you, if you see my eyes go up, I'm looking at a mirror right here. So first make a line. There we go. Okay. And this has to be something that you have to kind of practice. It's a practice thing. So once you get it in there, then you kind of thicken it up, thicken it. This is when you start doing the thickening. Okay. Now instead of me doing an extremely thick brow like most people do, I'm gonna do it like real thin instead. Then I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna thicken up this side. Now this eye right here had a cut years ago. That was like over 40 years ago. So this eyebrow's a little higher than that. It is what it is. And kind of just go in there and thicken it up and straighten it out and fix it. And then you kind of blend it as you see fit. That's how you work with the brow. With the brow product. I'm making my eyebrows just a little bit closer together, just a little. But what I'm doing is just shaping them really. Then I'm bringing it down to a point. So once I start doing it, I turn my brow, I turn my pencil going straight because I'm using the end of it to turn it this way to make it wider here. But as I start to doing that, then I twist it to make the line go straighter and to thin it to make it look even thinner as I'm going straight. Okay, that's how you can do that. Okay, you can also hook the brow also too. but you're doing it with the makeup pencil or whatever that is, or a brush. That's what I'm saying. A brush can greatly help you. Okay. Hope that helped you. Now I know a lot of people when they're doing makeup, they like to take, a lot of take the foundation, and I know that that's popular. You see people take foundation, you know, and then go back over the brow just so that it can be neatly done. You know, and if you've never seen nobody do that with makeup, well, you start here. But there's a lot of people who do that to straighten out the areas that they feel like, with that part right there, it could have been better. Okay. That's the whole purpose of doing that. If they don't really draw it, they didn't draw it that perfect, then this is the purpose of, well, if I take a little makeup and I kind of fix it and I straighten it out because I didn't draw that brow completely perfect the way I should have, then I could just kind of like fix it by adding an extra little makeup there because I'm putting it on the tip of this. I'm just touching it. And then if I go up under the brow, that's going to straighten out any little problems that I didn't, because I didn't draw everything completely straight. Okay, just clarifying that because a lot of people don't know. Okay, they just think, well, you got to do this step and this step, this step. No, no. That don't necessarily mean that you got to do that step. Okay, they just makeup style. Okay, and then that's making extra work because now you got to make sure that the foundation that you put over there disappears into the eye. Okay, which is a lot of extra work, whether you know it or not. Do it have to be done? No, but you see me doing it, and look at all the extra steps I got to take. Okay, because now you can't just make this big old huge line here. Okay, and then leave it there because it's gonna show up. Okay, the point of doing makeup is to strive to make it look flawless and invisible. Okay, not just having these lines just showing all over your face. You see how this big line here showing? We don't want that there. Okay, so with that had to be patted out and kind of, let's get rid of this color right here. Okay, because we put it in there, but we don't want it to just like dominate this makeup that we done already done. So if you want to add that extra step and you feel like that you need to because you didn't draw your line straight in the first time, then be my guest. But understand what that is being done for. Okay. You see, once you understand it for yourself, then you know why artists do that. I'm an artist, so I know why I'm doing it. Okay, but somebody else, they don't. When you fix their makeup, oh, I see some black people did do it like that, so you do like that. You not doing black people makeup right? No, that don't mean that. Okay, it don't. It just means that the individual feel I had to do that, and then even then, once again, I got to go back once again and refix to try to after that paint was put there, or whatever it was, or makeup was put there, to try to create that all over again, and then sometimes it darken the brow and it goes all in there. So I'm gonna eventually have to rub some more. So that's making you have to redo what you already done. I mean, as long as you know that. Okay. Okay. And notice when I did it, I was still blended. Okay. See that? Very good. That took some of the white that I put in my brow. You notice that? It took some of the white out. Now I gotta realize because the dull, that light color that I put in it. Okay, to bring out that clown white or that white, it just dulled that and just took that the color and just like eliminate and erase that. So that now I had to add it back in. So as long as you know that once you is something is being done, it's like that's making extra work for me if I'm doing that, whether I know it or not. But I did that step just to show you and give you an idea of how that works. Okay. Now we did everything we need to do with the eyeshadow. Ain't back to school, right? Okay. Eyelashes. But before we do eyelashes, we must always, if you have extremely thin lashes, if that person is you, this right here is Wet n Wild Mega Volume. This one right here is just a mascara, period. Just period. Whatever mascara that you have that you like, that's your favorite, use it. And if you can't see well, like I said before, all the way up close up on it, get you a mirror. Just notice I have a handheld little mirror. It comes in a little set that I had, little makeup set. Handheld. Get up close up on that mirror. And when you get up close to that mirror, then you look at what's going on and you put it on. Because some people need to go get up closer so they can see just exactly how they're adding it. Right now, I'm just using this called mascara. Those I got the. This is the mirror. Okay. And to keep yourself from poking yourself in the eye with a mascara one, gently rub, gently, I mean softly rub. Don't just start rubbing vigorously because you're gonna poke yourself in the eye. Just get a hold to those lashes. Some people's lashes are longer than others. I understand that. Okay. Gently, gently. And now this is the bottom eye. You gotta go even. These are even shorter lashes here, so you gotta be even more gentle. Now, it a rule that you have to do bottom lashes with mascara? No, it's not. I'm just trying to get other. Cause my brows are so lashes are so thin, you could barely even see them until it's like, oh, there it is. And she do got some little hair on her eye. It ain't that much. It ain't that thick, but it's there. You know. I remember when I took my braids and my extensions and all this stuff out way back in the 1980s. Now I'm going into with the Wet n Wild Mega Wet n Wild after the Bible. This is my second coat. And people would always say, how come you cut your hair? But didn't realize that, like my hair was literally matting up under the braids you know, and all the other styles I was wearing. So I just cut the dreads out. I don't like my hair dreaded. I don't like it. I don't like my hair too dreaded at all. I don't like matted hair, completely matted. It's not for me because it's hard to comb and it's hard to work with. So I had to cut the dreads out. It was kinking up. I had a few of it rolled up in my head just a little bit. So I just got me a scissor and chopped it right on off and kept on. We having all that dreading and matting going on. Okay. No siree. No sir, no. You know, I wash my hair every other day. And I do my hot treatments and conditioning treatments and all that stuff. And it's like, no, dreads, I don't think so. If I had to cut those dreads, them things probably been way down to my butt by now. Probably past that. That was a long time ago. That was way back in the late 90s. Yeah, that was long. Well, for the sake of having long hair for my hair to be dreaded and matted up, I don't think so. I ain't that desperate to have long hair. Not that desperate. Uh-uh. And I've been natural for a very long time. I put chemicals and dyes and bleaches. A lot of chemicals and bleach in my hair. Because, back in the days, people doing too much of that bleach, they would get peroxide poisoning. It would mess up their kidneys and all that stuff and make them very sick, and they was doing bad. So, literally, I myself started messing with that bleach. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't gonna say I never used it before. Okay, but I stopped. I used it once and I was done. That was one hairstyle I did way back in the days for a award show. But after that, I didn't ever do that again. I used that dark and lovely honey blonde auburn, and that was it. I never did it again. And that was like 86. I don't remember that. Yeah, I knew it no more. Like I said, Paula, why you telling me all this? I said, well, I just feel like that I needed to. Okay? Because if you're one of those individuals that's sensitive to certain chemicals, I don't want it. Okay. If you stop, say, oh yeah, I stopped doing that a long time ago, girl. I didn't put some dye in my hair. I killed my hair, and that was that was the end for my hair. And sometimes you see some people put that stuff in their hair, and they have somebody do it, have a professional do it, and it still come out, and it come out when they do it. It's like, well, maybe look here, boo. Maybe you just allergic to dye. You see what I'm saying? We can't all do what we see everybody else do. Okay? So that's why I wear my weeds. I just put whatever color hair on that I want to wear with my wig. And that way I won't have to get that allergic reaction with that peroxide poison and stuff like that because that peroxide is terrible. If you do too much. Okay, very good. Oh yeah. Okay, let's really get back. I'm tripping. Okay, very good. Now, everybody know if you ever did my makeup, I did my makeup before. This is the natty. You know, I said, Paula, well, why we need the natty? We need the natty in order to put on things. Yay! We're gonna put the eyelashes on. So what I'm doing is I just put these. Look at what I just did. I just put the eyelashes right on my hand. Okay, so I won't lose one after the other. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this eyelash tray and put a one little drop. I want to put one little small drop of glue. Uh-oh, I think I did too much. But anyway, just a little. That way, I'm not taking the actual eyelash thing and doing that because it's doing too much. Okay, and you might get that stuff stuck all up in your eye. And so you know you can move eyelashes like that. I know that. Wait. Now I got the eyelash going here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the back of the makeup thing. You notice I got a little tiny bit of glue, just a little. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit on that band, just a little. I want to scrape it. I want to get on there. You know, there we go. Just a little bit on that eyelash band, just a little. Okay. Because I want to smidge it. I don't want a lot. Okay, now, after that, we're going to kind of bend that lash a little bit and kind of get it pliable. And then when it feel like we want to work with it, sit it on top of the other lash. I was saying before. And then kind of pull it into place. And then kind of press down gently with your finger. Okay. Some people don't use their fingers, but others, they need it. Some people use eyelash tweezers. I don't like to go near my eyes with no metal. I'm sensitive. I don't like to mess with no metal, period. I don't want it coming near my eyes. I don't like it. Just for a phobia of it. I can stab myself in my eye. I don't think so. Okay, now we got some more on there. A little glue. Dip it on in there when you see fit. This time I'm not putting two eyelashes together. I remember last time I did it in San Diego, El Cajon, I put two eyelashes together. This time I'm not. I'm going for back to a little school look. We're going to use one lash and one lash only. And the brand I'm using is, the rest for use is Lash, ready to wear lashes. Like this. I think last time we put two together, but this time this one looks like with the one. Okay, we're doing it. Hey. To all my frequent viewers, I'd like to say hello. For all the people who subscribe, God bless your soul. Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to say hello also. For all the people who commented, that I commented back to you when you wrote, thank you. Because if people did comment, don't get it twisted. Okay. And thanking me and appreciate me for making these tutorials and doing all of this. And you know, you most welcome, everybody. You know, sometimes we want to get to the world of stars, but sometimes some stars they kind of sensitive and they don't want to share their world with nobody. They don't want nobody know nothing about their life. Period. You know, they want you to just like stay out of my life, stay out. I don't talk to you about nobody. They'll be all around. You know nothing about my life. Well, Paula, it's different. Okay, very good. Because I love to teach. They're very good. Now we have our lashes on. Okay. All right. Now, guess what the last thing we had to do? Mm. Yes. What is that? What is that? Is that something that's gonna hurt us? But no, this is the liner remove. Liner. The only thing you have to do is the last thing you have to do is, if you can't, like I said, you can't get up close. You can't see real good up there because I'm on the camera. But if you can't really see it all up close, like that. With the marker, just make the line. draw out that little wing. Whee! Okay, now do the other eye. And if you can't do the other eye, you kind of going this way. Sometimes if you're righty, you might have to go back this way. Okay, in order to stabilize your hand on the left eye. And while you're doing that, you kind of rub it. Okay. Watch what I'm doing now. And then, if you need to get this area, then you bring the so that the pencil back that way, going toward the inside. So if you had any problems or like, wait a minute, how I do it? Like that, okay? You might have to go back to the middle, start the middle, then go back this way, then pull it so that, then do the line, do the line, okay? When you right-handed, okay? Now if you was left-handed, you probably have to do the same thing. You have to go back this way and then inside that way. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's the opposite situation, okay? I'm right-handed, so I'm doing the right eye. I'm connecting that wing. And the left hand is the right hand belongs this. I'm going back this way. See how my hand is twisted? Then I'm connecting these two lines here. You want to make it pointy, the pencil can kind of help a little bit. Make that look a little tiny bit pointy, just a little bit. Just a little. What little bit do you do, help. Okay? Yeah, yeah. And ta-da! You did your makeup yourself. Hmm? Now, this is for the people who just feel like, well, these lashes is beautiful, but I just wish they was a little bit darker. Here we are. Here we go. Take the dark color. And this is what we're going to do also. We're going to take and we're going to blend both like this. The bottom lash that you already did into the other lashes like this. And put some mascara on that lash too. Okay, don't make them clump now. Okay, no cross waves. There we go. Put them together like that. And notice that what I'm doing, I'm going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's important to understand what's happening with the finger hand too. You go up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, to coat the like that. Coat it, swiping back and forth like this. That's the lash. Be gentle around your eyes, people. Okay, this is serious. You don't want to blind yourself. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we 54 minutes into this makeup tutorial. Yeah, and we got everything done, and mostly everything done. And now we're gonna take and we're gonna put a color in our face. Okay, now don't look at that as being a bad thing. Now, one more blush. This blush right here, we using, this is Precious Minerals. Okay. With a, it's kind of like a light orangey. See the colors coming off there? It's like an orangey pink right here. And we're gonna kind of brush it and give it a little flush. Your face a little flush of color. Just a little bit. Take a peach. I would take a red or take a pink or orange for me. And there he is. And now your blush is done. All right. Kind of roll it around. Flat. There we are. Back to school makeup. Okay, very good. It shouldn't have took that long, but I'm actually teaching at the same time. Okay, very good. So yeah, this is the way we doing this one. We didn't put a lot of greens, a lot of stuff because I show with one another video that I will download also just exactly what the anything I'm gonna look like and a lot of outfits I'm gonna wear. So I'm not going to make the makeup a little too harsh and too dramatic because this is a back to school look. Um, Now, lastly, we're gonna just do the lips. Okay, here go pink. And this pink right here is also by LA Color. It's matte and it's matte. It's called Forever Future by LA Colors. And I know it's called Forever Future because I looked at them little bitty words. They go, they go, no, girlfriend. Uh-uh. I can't see much at the bottom of your lipstick. So we went with the pink. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I mean, I totally get it. Hmm. Paul do has a sense of humor. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. So that is the makeup tutorial part of what it is. I will come back with the finished look of whatever else is being done. And then also for people who like to do colors and stuff like that, if you choose to do lenses, okay, and I'm talking about contact lenses, this color right here is a blue. Okay, I might have to bend it down. Okay, to see. There it is. For the ones who want to add color into their eye, they can also add an extra pop to the look that you want to do to just make a certain look more dramatic, just for a specific event. Some people don't wear contact lenses all the time, but like for Halloween or Comic Con or some special event, sometimes they will put a color lens in there just to kind of like bring out the color in the makeup or what they want to, whatever it is that they want to do with the makeup. Okay, now last but not least, we got to do powder. Okay, and when with powder, I don't I'm just do the powder puff and just taking do all this and then pop, push it all on my face. This time I'm going to direct where I want it to go. Okay, the light part of powder, I'm gonna go down the nose. Go around the eyes. Go around the forehead. Like I said, we did it before. Light powder. Pal. Nose. Up under the eyes. Forehead. Nose. Up under the eyes. Just the highlight area. Forehead. We're gonna do it one more time with the light powder. You see it? Eyes. We're gonna we want to direct it up under this area where the eyes would normally be darker. Okay? Nose. Forehead. under the eyes, nose, forehead, under the eyes, nose, forehead. And we're gonna only do the lighter color there. Eyes, nose, forehead. Eyes, nose, forehead. Eyes, nose, forehead. Eyes, nose, forehead. That's the only place we want that to be. Okay. This is a highlighted look. Some people say, oh, make people makeup. No, it's just a makeup. Okay. Eyes, nose, forehead. Eyes, nose, forehead. Eyes, nose, forehead. And this is how she doing her makeup for the pageant. Now, we're going to take the darker color with most times people use a party puff. Get a brush. Let's take some of this darker, 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 and get the rest. And one part here. So up here, the upper area right here, bro, right there. Crown with the baby head. Right there. Right my neck. Sometimes you can get the ears just kind of blend them again. Just get the ears kind of blend. Just even get the ears kind of. I'm keeping the lips matte. You know, I'm not putting a lot of gloss on there. And if you still feel like that you had too much, get a handkerchief or you know, a napkin or some kind of paper or Kleenex and block. There we go. Want the color in. But we don't want it greasy. Just hand the color. There we go. Yeah. So thank you for watching. This will take 1 hour, 2 minutes and 58 to 59 seconds. Thank you for watching this makeup tutorial. It was I was glad to have done it for you and everything. And stay tuned for the other parts of the video when the hair and makeup and stuff is done and all that stuff. But the makeup is done, but the hair is not done. So that'll be another video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Paula Abdul, queen of rock, pop, soul, world music, and other various styles of music. I'm in there soul singer, but I do a lot of other different styles. Have a great day.